it's also possible that maybe Liquid don't want to start off on their strongest map in case they come in a little bit cold, warm up into the series. A man who never really needs a warm up though, Kiwi. No surprise, he's going to have that first blood into the server. A quick swing from Yumpy. And he's going to use his drone. He does have support, so there's not going to be any sort of swing just yet. And instead, it's Nats actually coming up with a double through mid. I think he's just caught both rotations.
This round, A-plan fell apart completely for Team Liquid, but it's Nats lurking. Who's surprised to hear that that has found success for this squad? And they've got to worry about him now because he's dished up this entire part of the map. Now, look, they don't know the B side is clear. They don't know it's wide open. They don't know that Nats is going to have one hell of a fight on mid. Okay! I thought he was taken down there, but no, he's up for the ace! The good old bookie on Redgar. Interesting choice here. Let's see what the idea is. Smokes have gone out far. He's not going to have an opportunity to get up close and personal to start with. Dash out. Redgar still not taking his chance. I'm not surprised. Eventually, though, they're going to make their way to site. You have to think maybe Shrouded stepping in there. Never mind, Nats is just cleaning house. Ult is off for info, and they don't need it. Team Liquid already in a 4v1. And it's Maj, his position given away, that has to clutch this one out. They know exactly where he is. He has a chance to reposition. His chance to grab a kill at least. Dodges the shock dart as well. Things are going well to start with. This might be winnable. 9 bullets left. Has to be careful with where he fires them off. Redgar so low, he'll get it, and the spray transfer almost gets them the round. On Ascent, as we said last time, this is where Team Liquid were able to make this happen. Hunter's Fury, it's gonna find one. Now it's dangerous, but Maj escapes and gets a kill. Look, that's better than it looked like it'd be, but with Redgar and Nats pulling it back into the favor of the attacking side, I'm not sure that FUT are going to be happy. That's another B main aggro caught, and the B side wide open, a TP in from Redgar. He's going to commit it with the spike, and that's because they're so confident that those rotations have come through. It feels like Team Liquid have a perfect read on how FUT are playing this, and they are playing them.
Yeah, it would be weird if you'd had sort of a B main push and then still a player back within the B side. It would have been one of the most peculiar setups we've ever seen. And for now, at least, it leaves 3 players in B main. This is going to be so tough to clear for FUT.
I don't know how they're going to get away with this one, honestly. And with the stakes on the line, just the one. The stakes on the line here, I do think there's a good chance that if no kills come through, if no opportunities are given in the next 10 seconds, we're going to see these players back off. Smoke's gone in. Seems like they want to commit to it. But again, they need to find something to make them confident. The time is ticking away. The position's still held, and Nats is holding strong. Only coming down the stairs and straight into a firing squad. They've lost everything.
Well, with the knife catching them, the side of FUT know that they haven't actually moved. They haven't really fallen back. And in fact, they're going to throw a Hunter's Fury, a paranoia to leave the players blind as they try and dodge. It's an impossible scenario as FUT aren't just going to sit there. It's left now all onto Yumpy. He's a man you'd want in a clutch, but just look at the spike. Like, there's no way that he gets back to this. He'd have to basically eliminate everyone, and well, he's given it a damn good go, but this time,
that ultimate, and there you go, already one fired through. That caught a tag onto Kiwi. But hold on, he's caught by the knife afterwards. He's out. That lockdown's coming into effect. Those players need to leave the site. That's a beautiful cancellation. They need to try to find the player underside, and Redgar's found immediately. Team Liquid locked out, but the defuse is canceled. They've got them on the spam. They don't know it yet, but it's theirs. FUT halfway at least, but Ada Captain has to keep claiming skulls. Someone needs to stick that defuse right now. They're running out of time and running out of players. FUT have lost another. Great response from Team Liquid. We've seen this firing squad net a whole bunch of impact for this side before. The wall bangs are good to start, but here's the real test. 30 seconds as Team Liquid look to break through those smokes into the site, but hold on, into the spawn as well. They flashed in, but Kiwi was ready. He was playing in the spawn, watching for a mid play, didn't get caught by the flash. Now they look back to site, and the firing squad's ready yet again. Cracks with 2. They've done enough here to slow them down, but there's still time to get the plant. Kiwi might try to deny this, the push in, but he's spotted by the neural theft. Not able to get his rifle out in time, and we're neck and neck.
Yeah, chance in this 2 versus 2 now for Liquid. It looks like FUT had this one dead to rights, but instead it comes down to a clutch once again. Dart over the top. Gonna wait out the initial shots, and Nats just playing up close, waiting for this initial peek, but he loses the battle. It's now left onto Yumpy, 3 to his name already, but only 47 health remaining. A bullet would do it. just to finish him off, and it's patient stuff, almost trying to bait him in. It gives Adacaptain the angle, but now he has to move. The time is ticking away, and Yumpy is just sat in this back corner, just waiting out that clock. It doesn't even matter that he goes down in the end. Liquid will still take the round.
It's faster this time. They're not stalling out, looking for spawn control. Instead, moving straight in towards the site itself. Cracks, good for one there, but he's traded out. I mean, we need more. The TP completed. That gets the paranoia off. An opportunity. Mr. Fallen firing out shock darts, but the player's already dead. Numbers thinning for Team Liquid. And finally, we're starting to see FUT with that response on the site. We had the firing squad before, and the quicker rotations now quell any chance for Team Liquid. The push after, smoke up for market, flash about to go in, and well, that's when the push should follow, but instead it's for the site. One out of market, but they don't find anyone. They're all in the laneway, all making their way towards that site that's being given up. Team Liquid just looking to make it costly, but they've ended up losing 2 on the outside.
Spike planted.
This retake will be tough. There's a lot that they're coming up against, and first contact by the turret. Nobody there to swing. They're very much letting these guys come into the site, look for the control, and have Maj execute them from behind.
Yeah, he's sat back. He's got his alarm blocking in case there's anybody looking to come in from behind. Not really any chance of that happening now, but the thing is, the time is ticking. They have to get a move on. They have to start taking that space back, and they've already struggled to clear players from the back of the site already. The dart is going to just make their HP that little bit lower, and even just clearing out Moj seems like an impossibility. Finally, he will fall, but at this point, the clock is gone. It's just about earning some extra orbs for that defensive side. Anything they can take into the next round, and while Safe picking up a couple won't be the worst thing in the world. Look for a second like it was going to be a freebie. Instead, Solcast's actually going to flash out this one. He's got his spot on. A free kill, initiator down, and now it's a bit more troublesome for FUT.
That just comes off the timing of his knife. Good position from Safe. Great delivery afterwards. It's one thing to be there, but dealing with those players is usually a different story. Not for this man. His 3rd in the round. Well, that dash in, door closed as these players make their way through, making sure they're not tailed by anybody on Team Liquid. But they don't need to worry about Nats behind them this time. He's in front with plenty of teammates to help out. Safe's gone down to the turret, but as they look to the site, they don't know there's still a man here. They're clearing it still, but Nats is swinging out into them. The trade's good all across the board, and Team Liquid barely slip up here. 2 versus 1. Maj, the last man standing, a 4K clutch, but the problem, 15 seconds and the spike's down on site. He's going to contain them with the nano, needs to win the fights, but they're just lined up, ready for that play.
A much more passive spot to try and spam from here, but instead, it looks like we're getting that A-site execution again. This time, they've got rifles.
Yeah, a better chance for them at least when they come down to those dual. Solcast, good for one. Always the headshots with this guy. There's a flash on its way. Player to his right, he doesn't see, but good for one before he falls. That should be enough for them to at least have a chance. 2 versus 2, lockdown in play for Maj. The ult pop neural theft to give the information. They're gonna have everything to work with. Nats isolating this player and grabbing the kill. Lockdown in play. The defuse gonna be tapped maybe halfway to start with, and Yumpy, he's won the round for them. Someone needs to get rid of that lockdown, or we're gonna be here for a little while. Sitting outside of it instead, Nats is gonna close this one. 13-5 in the end, and Team Liquid have just dominate FUT on the opening map. It was their map pick at least.
They're very good at just playing with that pacing, like basically just rotating off, so it puts the doubt in the minds of Liquid that maybe they haven't just run into the C site because they don't take that control, and it pulls a couple of players away. Even still though, Nat's trying to lurk within his own orb. He's gonna get swarmed, but it's Solcast to find the kill back.
Well done, at least for now. We're ending up with Team Liquid having those 2 angles to fight from, but Nat's very much red in this round. You see the orb go up, you spam it. You know he's going to be inside of it. I love that adaptation from the side of FUT, but the second time they weren't too ready, gets body blocked into the open and taken down. This is an awkward start to this round. The plant coming through over on that B site as we'll end up in a 3v2, but look at the damage done in that skirmish. Yumpy and Safe, both below 50.
Yeah, and of course on the other side of things, the Adacaptain a little bit lucky to be alive because of how awkward it got, but he's just gone. I'm out of here. Not taking this battle anymore, not risking it for my team, and at the moment they're struggling to even work the door, it seems. Like that's the main problem for Liquid, just trying to check everything on their way back through, and they do not expect at a captain. Now left onto Yumpy, barely any time left to double up for the last couple of players.
Fights, but this is where the real danger is, going towards B or the C site late on when you've lost the control. The first man on mound already doing work, and this is the problem. Now you become tunnel visioned on this guy who's picking you off one at a time. If they go forward, they won't know who's waiting there for him. Already an insane start for Redgar. Oh, through the smoke!
He saw the gun barrel.
He doesn't need to.
He saw the gun barrel, and that was enough just to predict the shot. It was such a tiny little pixel that gave it away, but 3 kills off the back of the Sheriff. Rifles now retrieved. You said there was no margin for error here. Well, there have been errors.
Quite a few of them, you might say. We've got rifles recovered for some of Team Liquid, the chance to pick up plenty more as well. No one else wanting to take the risk and overextend. They want to close out this 5vx. Only 2 players left on foot as they move into the A site, and again with the control they did not have at the start. They have no idea where anybody is. The off angle, it's going to be beautiful for Solkas. Even just denying the plant for a moment, the damage done. Nade through for not much. Maybe they're on the road to recovery here on foot. If that spike goes down, the clock's suddenly on their side, but the position of the plant, not ideal. They'll be surrounded by these pistols, swarmed on, and the angles, they're too great, too many for them to cover. 30 HP left with Safe and Redgar, and it's Redgar late on this lurk. He's been spending so long shift walking up behind, and there is his reward. A 4th kill in this round, single-handedly wrecking FUT's chances of extending the lead. You don't often see players sit in this position with a node. You don't ever see it, I'll be honest with you, but maybe we'll see it more often now. A chance for Nats. He's gone down to the shorty, picking back up the Odin, but that's too much. Maj will catch them both. A great opportunity to convert. What the hell is he doing? He's TP'd right behind them, but they're gone. They're out of here. 1 man still. Kiwi, he's going to be frustrated if he dies to this. Oh, he doesn't. That's a missed shot. Redgar better run.
Spike planted.
They would have hit that if it was a Sheriff. That's all I'm saying.
You're right.
I think it has to be a save now. They're so isolated. The only thing will be they've got lots of credits to play with. Saving the operator, something, but for safe, he could take a bit of a risk
I don't
here.
think he's going to get to save this. Krax is on his tail. He heard that rotate as well. I mean, they are more boxed in than they know.
Oh, Maj. Just watching that angle. An easy kill in the end, and now it is just left onto Redgar trying to hold onto that weapon.
He's going to knife tree here. I mean, it's a perfect opportunity to grab some information. Obviously, they do want to still have the element of surprise sneaking up. But at some point, it's either going to be that info or just the dry swings in to find him. The op there, landing a shot, but now how much more can be found? Nothing is the answer. He hopped up on a rock and took the kill. Like, that's one way to deal with it for sure. Yumpy's returned it. A 3 versus 3 thanks to that play. 1 well-placed shot. And they're back in the round.
And the thing is that in most scenarios, I don't even think Mr. Farland gets the trade. He's just quick enough to be able to take down Yumpy, and just straight away Nats is going to pick up that operator. So they've managed to turn this into a very winnable position. Okay, shields may be a bit of an issue, and in terms of utility, they're actually still not in a bad spot. But again, the main thing is they don't have any information. But are very good at sort of clouding where they're going. And in this late round, they're making their way in towards the C site, where right now, there is nobody defending it.
Yeah, stuns out just to make sure. Good control over backside.
Guardians here can actually be nasty. And much better for the wall bangs, and Mr. Fallen has to be a bit careful here. That's the one benefit that gun really has in these scenarios. He still can't plant. He still can't plant. Oh, no! That's so unlucky with the timing. Even still, though, Safe and Solkas are still fighting. They're looking to face off against them instead, but it's come down to a 1 versus 1. Kiwi.
A lot of utility thrown at this, and FUT might start to feel pushed out of this. Pushed back towards main, where the problems might arise. Redgar's been waiting for them this whole time. Actually, he's gonna Shrouded step out into the open. This guy's absolutely crazy. He's now crossed past into their actual site to take the final close as he goes down. Everyone else does too, and it's only left to Nats. Blink and you miss it. This round swinging into the favor of FUT. That defuse not being stuck. And at this point, I don't think there's even enough time. They're gonna run at him and take him down. The classic to do it. I don't know how they've gotten away with that one. Pure chaos on the site. And they'll see if anybody pushes. Like, look, the entire time Kiwi is just staring at their backs, watching a smoke. Even as the door opens and all the steps are made, they are watching for this play. But Yumpy eventually, he has the timing nigh on perfect.
Oh,
but
no,
Kiwi
he doesn't.
still watches it, turns at the right moment, and safe. Well, he is in a ton of trouble right now. Locked in, 3 players either side. Solka's there to help, but it's Kiwi again on the up. A sliver of health.
Back to A
That's
again.
all he needed. Good night, safe. You are done.
It's brutal. It's brutal. You can guess, but they might change their mind at the very last second. Now, moving in here, they are going into the site with that Viper's Pit. Contact going to be made, and this is where you kind of expect the snake bites to start going through. Just to delay them that little bit more, but the second they spot them, they're tapping that door, they're trying to bait them into thinking they're going for a rotation. Somebody almost has to go for info. They start walking their way back, and they get both entries immediately. You could just see that Liquid are constantly trying to look for any form of info. A nice shot from Soulcast, and Mr. Fallen catches Redgar. Again, it looked like Liquid had the right idea, but it's a 4v1.
The 5 fingers of the hand clenched into a fist on that one. They did not look for any other element to their gameplay. No push, no pull. Normally you vote against FUT, so I'm just surprised. 9-2, and we got Team Liquid on this last round of the half. They need 3. They want 3 so badly. Safe. He is being pushed back by the Viper's Pit, and he's caught by Cracks immediately. I love that. 2 players following it with shorties. What the hell can you do about that? Kiwi's gone through, straight through the smoke. This guy's insane. And he's sticking around for more, not happy with 1 kill. Now inside the pit with an open.
Operate, of course.
Somehow I feel like he's going to hit the shot. Somehow I know he's going to hit that shot. Blind fire, do it.
Yeah,
don't even ADS.
No scope. And look, just look at the, you've just got that backup plan. If they ever needed it, they've got Moj in from behind. So many angles to clear, not a lot of time to do it. Running in on a shorty, eventually he goes down, and then Nats will fall as well. It's a 10-2 half.
FUT, 10 rounds on the board, defense now mounted, and Team Liquid quickly making their way towards this A site. There's players all around them. 3 stack up on the site, 1 in the door. That's a bit of an awkward start, but Cracks is able to recover. Door swinging open now as it's broken. Safe was only 22 HP. Yumpy's in with another. This is flipped into their favor. Team Liquid, that might be the lifeline that they needed. If they can push up to 3 and avoid getting second rounded by FUT, they'll be in a great spot to at least start this comeback. Oh, that's going to be the kill. Yeah, Nats getting ahead on that one. A few whiff shots from Mr. Fallen. They're able to fight in pretty much every duel that's taken. Will be a tough one for FUT to convert, and especially with a few whiffs like that, and they've converted both on Team Liquid. The advantage now with the attackers, and if they were to make a comeback, this is certainly what they wanted to see. They've caught the lurker of Nats, no surprise, he was elsewhere. Yumpy was spotted, right?
Oh, he definitely
that
has
just
been
came
now.
back online.
Still, though, he is just a ruse. He is trying to sell the idea that they have fallen back off this side of the map. There's still a chance, though, that if he gets caught, we could see an even scenario. This was a pretty much dominant spot, and they actually did start rotating because Yumpy didn't see anyone. So this has now made this very much doable for the side of FUT from a spot where, well, it feels like it was already done.
3 players on a C. Paranoia dodged just because of FUT's rotations that they were attempting. Now they're off-site in towards the spawn. That's where the fight's coming through. Save! He didn't expect them to be that close. Didn't expect a second, but he had backup. With clean trades, out of captains left alone. Doesn't have his poison orb with him, so he won't be able to even pop up a smoke on the site and make it that little bit easier. His wall already used. He has to just win the fights. Already tagged up from that engagement on the, I think it was on Nats earlier on. He got a few bullets off into him.
The thing is, he is the sort of guy that would somehow pull something out of nothing. The main problem is the time. He's given up his position. They know exactly where he is, just wasting down that clock as much as possible, and he's just going running through. A nasty surprise. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even see Soulcast's head. Onto Redgar. Now here comes the clear. So much utility being thrown in onto Kiwi. He is completely alone, has no support. You'd expect him to have fallen back, but he's just still sitting around this angle, and it's a missed shot, or maybe a leg shot. I don't know, it didn't actually do any damage. It looked like maybe he connected, but never mind. Nothing found, a good clear, and this completely pulls apart FUT's initial hold, because they have to move another player now to defend this A side.
Yeah, well, I mean, FUT have dedicated Mr. Fallen to this side of the map, but they're still confident in playing this one with the 2-man stack up on C, and I think that's because you can't have Maz rotate. His utility is so important for this squad. But as to why Cracks is still here, I couldn't tell you.
30 seconds
Maybe they're
left.
expecting. this swap up from Team Liquid. And
they've been doing this a lot. They've been pressuring on that side of the map and rolling back. The thing is, though, it's the ults. I don't know how they're going to manage to hold this versus that many ultimates available. Through goes safe, a free kill for the first 15 seconds, and Cracks needs to go big here. Only going to get the one. Instant trade from Redgar, huge stuff from him, and another! He's just finding every single player as he walks through into the site. And help out with this Viper's Pit. I think he's got back into it, though. That's the one real value, but Moj, in the meantime, is calling for backup.
Well, the pit's dropping just now, allowing the flank, but it might not come through in time. FUT have lots of bodies here to defend. Viper's Pit going up as the player looks to make it out. Nats could be in danger. Captain trying to hunt down the planter, but not able to deny. The spike is on the floor, and FUT now need to start the defuse. And remember, we said that flank was on its way. Yumpy is now starting to get around that corner, just a few seconds away from making contact, and that could be what pushes them over the line here. He's got a great spot. There's the kill. Now they know there's a double peek coming, and it's already in. Redgar onto Kiwi, leaves Captain, who might just want to run away from this one. They even dropped the pit on site, give him no cover, nowhere to hide. So it is very much time to go for that save. Another round where FUT will be shut down, nothing to be brought through to the next even.
They've got a chance to wrap back around as well, though. That's the thing, there's so much space towards the spawn right now. Captain under pressure, and because of that, they've been able to basically just hightail their way to B. Redgar, oh, he's managed to take the shot. The first kill comes easy, it's the next ones that might be a little bit tougher, and he will fall. It at least gives a little bit of an opportunity in the retake, but they may not even need it. Nats are still just causing them problems in those backlines. And now, probably one of the weirdest afterplants you're ever going to see. Safe, pushing even further forward. Hearing Captain. Does he even check this? It seems like he does. A chance for Captain, and he somehow wins the fight as well.
11 HP is not a lot, but it could be enough this time around. Late flank by Yumpy. Solkas has to delay them. He doesn't have any utility to play with. Yumpy steps. I don't know if they're hurt. I don't think they were. He's hit shift just in time. Here's a reveal back online. It'll buy them a second, no more. Yumpy emerging from the smoke has to do everything, and he's caught by Mr. Fallen. There it is. At long last, FUT are back on the board. Okay. Two players pushing past the orb here, but FUT are finally trying to face on this angle. Paranoia could come through, but not anymore, it can't! There's Nats for a double! What a way to kick off this round! And it's leaving Cracks in no man's land. The wall goes up to help him fall back, but ooh, he's still getting tagged on the way, and then they try to take space on C. They meet safe. This is a very patient Team Liquid, but now they're making their way to A, and I think they'll probably up the pace.
Well, yeah, and there needs to be some sort of hero here for FUT. You manage to kill two players on one side of the map, you've spotted another player on the other, you know that there can literally be 1-2 players here max. Rotation already coming through. Cracks is going to take a lot of damage. I guess just trying to hold on to the angle somehow. He's managed to find a kill, a chance for a second, but it won't come through. Captain there to support, gets the kill with the snakebite. Moj just found another, but now he's the only one left. 33 HP. Faking the sound, it's all just a ruse to try and give an opening to Redgar. Surely this won't be expected, and because of that, he'll close out the round. 11-11. He's attempted this many a time. This exact same spot with an operator not long ago. Nats wary of the exact same push, but this time he's alone. Snaps back! And that's the Kiwi they needed. A double entry off the start of this round, and instantly the rotation comes in to stack back up this C site for FUT. They have players ready and waiting.
Mr. Fallen's recovered a weapon for the retake, but these players on site are going to make sure that that's not needed. But the thing is, Captain, Sheriff in hand. How much can he get done from here? Needs the angle. They're kept back by the utility. 50 seconds now on the clock. These players making their way through eventually. I don't think they have much of a choice anymore. They've got to win these fights on the site. Awkward to start. The pistol's actually coming ahead and steaming ahead. Only Solkas, and he's surrounded. Shots coming. I thought through the smoke as well, but they delayed slightly. They've allowed him to slip away. And he's going all the way to the A site. Look, a 1v4 though, and they've all got rifles now.
He's trying to fake the sound, I think. The thing is, obviously he's heard the door go, so there's not really a safe place on B to plant. Rotation will give him at least an extra orb, which honestly, for Solcast going into the next round, that'll be his Nightfall online. So you might be thinking, oh, it's just wasting time here, but a chance at the clutch, not going to be had though. I am telling you. They finally they get it level again and straight win one of the cleanest rounds we've seen.
But it doesn't look like it for now.
No, the thing is they can't. You've got the null command on the other side from Crack, so this is exactly where they used it last time. Same position, just to try and slow them down that little bit more. A single kill for Moj will give him a lockdown as well, so they've got to be very careful. And in fact, Liquid are going to opt to try and play this one a little bit more aggressive. It is perfect. The util into the corner made it impossible. There was nowhere for them to go. And a captain is going to try and hit a timing, sprint his way through. But there is nothing to be had. And guess who's waiting in the back lines? It's Yumpy once again. This is where Safe has been waiting. He's been here the entire round. He's been expecting this rotation to come through, and he is denying them that space, but even still needs to fight that a little bit more. Plant going to be coming in. I don't think there's anything they can do to deny that. They're trying their best to swing it through, and the trades do go in their favor. One of the better opportunities for them to steal around, but Mr. Fallen still alive, low on HP. 38 in fact, and that will deny him. Liquid are going to claim a defensive round, and well, Mitch, those have been rare. Two players as deep as can go, just waiting for anybody on that cross, but this is where Soulcast's util does bring some value. It's looking like they're going to try and just fight this one out. It's a trade. Nats is gone, but it's at the loss of Kiwi on the other side.
And they have to burn up a quick smoke to get out of there because Nats no longer has that wall to activate. These players falling back towards the B site where they've got a lot of control. Yumpy already snuck in. That's an awkward position to be in. Great timing from FUT, the way they pushed out, the angles that they got. The plant will still come through for Team Liquid. Safe, having grabbed the orbs early round. He's now in a good spot. Showstopper online yet again, and he's using it already? Shift walking his way. Where is he going? That's the question that they have to answer. And, well, in the end, it's bought them a little bit of time. That's all they'll get for it. Still, the man advantage towards FUT.
I guess the plan was to try and just regain some space. They put down the alarm bot. Safe in position. No, he's dropped one, but the trade is immediate. It leaves the players somewhat isolated. Soulcast's going to go forward. A chance to spray down two, but he only gets the one.
Utility. But some of your supportive util now taken out, some of your initiation.
You can't be in a retake, basically. That's what it comes down to now. It's going to be so difficult without him to clear those positions, and instead they're looking to re-aggress. Their main plan was to fight this A site. They're going to continue that.
Oh, the Odin's locked down on left. Nats has got two! That's a recovery from Team Liquid, leaving Moj all alone. And it's the big boy doing all the damage. Moj, good luck to you. That spikes down in the open. They've got their backs watched. And a very, very late play from Yumpy. I mean, he's pushing up mound. He's going to be here in the next minute. I think the plant has to come through for him to be close by. And it may yet. 50 HP and he's gone. Nade won't deal damage, but the Odin, of course the Odin's field this time. It's a little slower than I expected. I thought he'd be behind the mound, but instead just destroying some utility. Is he going to go back out? Yes, he is. There's a flash, there's a paranoia, and there's a kill. Great stuff from FUT to get the early advantage.
I think he's even caught in a seize. Like, that's how predictable that play was, but there's nothing you can do sometimes. When Kiwi wants a round, Kiwi gets a round. 3 players left to try and deal with this, but they still have players remaining on this side of the map. The spam is also going to give this away a little bit. He's also left his alarm bot behind, but that'll be replaced by Yumpy's.
Well, this door is swinging open now, but I'm not sure anyone's going through it. The Prowler just to chase that player out of position. They know they don't have to clear it. Now the spike can make its way in here. Good damage, only a little bit. Pushing out a captain out into a wider position. One that Yumpy will have to find when he swings through this smoke. The utility turning his crosshair, but they don't blitz on the back of it. Waiting, biding their time. They get the first. Moj up top. He must get this. Yumpy's so low, and it's Nats to fall. From the top rope, he'll get one, but that seems to be enough.
They're going to get the info as well. That knife, Sublime, stuns coming through, Fragment forcing them forward. In fact, they're going to push it. They're taking the swing, trying to catch them off guard, and it hasn't worked. Now Soulcast, the last man standing, 1v3 to try and bring this one home, and it ain't happening. FUT will bring another defensive round onto the board. It is like a complete mirror to what we saw in regulation. And again,
So much to consider.
Well, look at how far they pushed up. They're almost expecting Yumpy at this point, but it also keeps the turret online. That's the main thing. They don't really have to worry about that. That horn has just given them everything, though. They know exactly where 3 players are, but knowing and stopping them is another thing. Great work from Soulcast to make this one competitive, but the trades from Kiwi are even better. It's left all onto Yumpy, and this time, there's nothing to be had. Now it's FUT's time.
Team Liquid needs something. They're so spread out, looking for duels, and all right, that's the one they win. I was about to highlight the op and say it's the danger. You spread out, you look for duels against Kiwi. With an op, you lose a man. Instead, they've ended up coming on top, but hold on, Yumpy, falling. Out of captain, still alive. Snake bite down makes it awkward. Nano blocks him off entirely. Nats will look to push afterwards with the snake bite down. Soltis has another angle here. I mean, he needs to get towards side to help his teammate. Redgar's miles away, and a captain's gone. Terrible timing for this man. And now a serious chance. Look at Redgar's spot. No, we didn't. Yep, all good. Close your eyes, no one saw it.
And now the other 2 players are both in a good position, but Soulcast has landed both shots. It looks like we're going to continue this one for a little longer. Mr. Fallen, low HP. He's got no chance. Who are we even kidding?
Soulcast wallbanged him.
Sorry?
They'll be 2-0 up, as we said. Their map pick up next. 1:30 on the clock. FUT haven't been too quick. They've been playing rotations a lot. This time, though, it's straight up and in, and they're not expecting it. Yumpy caught off guard by just how many players he ran into. And safe on the corner. Okay, he's not going to be pushed just yet. Gives him an angle to fight out from, and he gets a double. Great work from Soulcast to just buy him that little bit of space, and now they're following through with absolutely everything. Team Liquid back with a vengeance into this one. What? Hello?
What?
Hello? He's got a flak jacket on?
He basically caught them.
He tanked it. He tanked it.
That puts the pressure onto Ada Captain. He was somewhat alone already on this side of the map, but he's still managing to hold on. A kill onto Redgar. Smoke's gone, he's repositioning. Might just be in the right place at the right time, going through that smoke. It's definitely risky, but he's looking for the ultimate play. The stun's good, but he's got to try and swing that a little bit further round. Still just holding the angle. So many low players on the other side, and he's going to get caught by that C's. The one player that's gone unchecked is actually Moj.
They'll be wary of this angle, though, and there's not much you can do from there without swinging into the open. I think at this point, we see Ada Captain regroup with Mr. Fall, and they'll push together, but that's what Team Liquid think as well. They think there's going to be players making their way in here safe. Of course, he's aggressive. He always is. Soulcast on the corner, though. There you go. Do they check it? They do, but Soulcast still wins the first. The second player catching him off guard, putting the pressure on Nats. 30 HP left, no utility to play around. And that spike, the player dropping, Nats has got him!
And now we get to see if FUT have got what it takes. A map they will have expected coming into the series. And Ada Captain, he's going to try and kick it off with a solid start.
3 kills as well, across the board. Everyone's showing up here for FUT on the A site defense. And only Redgar is left. Even he's being tagged up quite heavily. 38 HP remaining. Make that 0. FUT with 1 round under their belt.
He's falling back in this direction. They've still got the players up close. The main thing is going to be that rotation back in the other direction. The problem is the time. Getting down to the 30-second mark when you're up against weaker weapons, it can be problematic. Now, they think there's players up close in main, so they've opted to spend the time clearing it. For now, they found no one.
And a close range fight now offered up for Maj, only 1 found. And the other players having to back out. The spike might have been dropped, but it should be recovered. 10 seconds, please recover it quickly. 8 seconds now as it's crossing over. 6 as it's being planted, more than enough time, nobody to deny. It looked scary, but in the end, Team Liquid have landed on their feet. 4 versus 4, that op though coming back into this retake won't be expected. And there's players causing problems. Here come the peaks, flash in for safe, he's full blind, dancing around the smoke, not good enough. The numbers coming back in Team Liquid's favor thanks to Redgar, but look up top, there's a man with an op missing the shot, running away. He needs to save this weapon now in a 1v2, no opportunity should be given. The trade would come through almost immediately. He knows it. He's out of here. Team Liquid have won the round.
They have scraped through the round, saved by Redgar, and I feel like that was a missed shot from Kiwi that basically allowed him to survive, have that sort of spray down. There were so many things in this round that could have gone wrong for Liquid, but they make it work, and that's the most important thing. The thing is, though, saving an operator.
He knows that there could be a fight. He knows there should, at this stage, be a fight waiting for him. He's heard the flash in B main. At this point, the information is starting to wane on their side and instead flip into FUT's favor. They're now wary that the A push could be coming through. The flank, watch still, and Kiwi's able to find it. Good containment from this squad, and now it's left to the site players on A to punish. If they can find some kills on the way through, this round should be won. And already the first goes their way. Now to be dealt with by Yumpy. That swing not good for more than one. And the time now a major issue with just Solkas. It almost looks impossible for him. 12 seconds, Ring a Rosie about to be played.
Yeah, Moj just basically trying to stay alive at this point, keep his gun in hand while he knows that he has to eventually try and go for that spike, and with the spike on the deck, it's not going to be happening. Now gives them an afterplant, Blazestorm for safe, Seekers to try and give them that extra little bit of information. A 4v4 scenario that really never should have been. Mr. Farland's going to be isolated, pushes through and hands safe for Freebie. This now starts to look firmly in favor of Liquid. Up close though, Yumpy is going to be tagged, but he's just waiting for someone to make a mistake.
It's the operator at Kiwi, man. I mean, they're waiting for that peak, but it ain't coming through, and eventually they're going to have to funnel into the site. It was off the contact of Yumpy that the swing was to come in. Safe goes down, but look, the pistol having to be taken out. The close range fight, too much of a threat, and it's already too late. Ada Captain might find the final kills. In fact, it looks like he will. No, Nats is too quick on the Guardian. Now heated up. Where's that player on foot to return? Kiwi in the corner. You can see for a second, Safe. He was thinking about it. The barrel spotted, and that's free for Kiwi. He's out of there as well. The dash into a predictable position. He goes down to 45, nearly the trade, but the heal will bring him right back to 100.
As they fade away, it's almost just the cover though. Rez back through. Maybe that was what he was trying to deny. However, the lurk has been caught out. Nat's not going to be able to hold on to that space. And now the decision comes to a Liquid. Okay, do we slow this down or do we try and make that hit into B? We don't have any A control anymore. And because of that, they are going to head towards that B site. Interestingly, Kiwi's rotated off.
Yeah, heard the TP, maybe not sure where it was going. Nobody was in range to hear it. The drop down out of heaven, plenty of players here. Here comes Safe around the corner through the smoke for a double. The players up top distracting, and Safe dives in with a flatliner of a play. Team Liquid have the site control, a plant, and room to play with.
And they need to find a quick entry back in here. Redgar already spotting that there's nobody in on that flank. Seeing if there's anybody up close. They know now that it is a deeper site hold from the side of Liquid. As they look to wrap back in, they manage to isolate the angles, but Safe is still going. 3 already, he falls within the smoke, and now the problem is the Redgar's a little bit further away. The plant, not good for him, he needs the instant kill. They're just gonna TP onto the site, but they're just sticking it all the way. It's a close one for Redgar, a nice try.
He'll be ready for them when they break through this smoke. Seekers, though, will give away his position. The sprays not quite catching him. Dealing some damage, destroying some Seekers. Look who's already around the corner, it's Redgar. He TP'd into the site, Safe good for the trade. Up top is Solkas, and the spike now makes its way to site. The denial, very difficult, and Ada Captain, well, he tried his best. Gave it a damn good shot. But a 4 versus 2, where they are completely locked out of sight, and their credits already spent in this round. We could be considering a save, and look at their body language. They are.
Right decision. Just try and basically get out of there with something for this round, an instant swing back from Liquid. Again, they love these sort of takes through mid. They've been very successful for them, using that wall just to try and make things that little bit more awkward on the way through. And again, they're going to get themselves another round. That's the thing. I expect this map, for the most part, to be attack-sided for both of these teams, but even still, FUT are going to somewhat feel a little bit hard done by, because I feel like they've had plenty of opportunities, and just some of the individual brilliance coming through and some of the just burst plays onto the site have been catching them.
We'll take it.
Well, a chance to level this one up. A 6-6 half still on the cards, and as I said, both teams have shown their prowess on the attack, but well, I don't think that equalization is coming anytime soon. Safe has put himself somewhat in no man's land, but he'll bypass it, and to be honest, at this stage, he wasn't even needed. Moj now, the last man standing to try and clutch this one out, and he's not going to be given the time of day. Liquid, a 7-round attacker, exchanging the Tigers on either side.
Yeah, the wall just broke inside A main. That's what FUT have been waiting all round for. Spike was sitting outside of it, as it looks quite clear that they want to finish on the A side. Threw Moj out to try and grab some contact on B, but it was not going their way. Now the A site's all that they're worried about. Solka spotted back there, being spammed on as well, but he's waiting, biding his time to strike. Just the one found, but Safe is there to trade out, claiming the space, peeking alongside Redgar, and the spike. Look at it out in the open. Nice shot for Safe. Cracks very low, and Safe will deal with him the same way.
19 and 11. Bear in mind, I believe he had 12 kills in the first half. He's getting close to that already.
Point of contact as well. Oh, he predicts it. The crosshair placement rounding that corner. Unbelievable stuff from Safe. You see what we're talking about? The impact that Blade Storm could have in this man's hands nonetheless. 3 players up in B heaven. I thought Safe was rotating. He stuck around for a moment. The Tiger not seeing anything yet, but there's the info. 2 players seen. Safe's on his way.
He's had 8 kills already in this second half. That's more than I imagine some players have total. They're also walking back into the Redgar judge. And Safe is in the right position again to try and catch them off. See you later, Mr. Fallen, the judge, waiting for that push as well. Bear in mind, this is a bonus round for Liquid. And even still, Safe is not over facing this one. Not willing to give them anything back through. The flash from Yumpy is sublime, and Liquid.
Team Liquid have a paranoia that's burned up there, not converted on for any form of execute,
still
any
in the
form of
camp.
damage.
They're literally next to him.
And now here they come, they're
still
dropping on
in.
him.
Oh my God! Nats has just destroyed them! He was waiting in his camp, watching for someone to come in the other direction, out of it for a second, and just ruins their day. This is the beginning of the end. Just Mr. Fallen standing, trying to find what he can, and Safe, he wants to pad those stats a little bit more, but it's Yumpy with the shorty in the smoke.
Dealing with them with ease. Map 2 was a bit of a struggle, but since then they've been unstoppable. Solkas, he's got the double, and the advantage is most certainly theirs. Another shot from Safe, leaves it on one man, and he's knifed. What a way to close it. That is unbelievably disrespectful from Redgar, running into a knife, running into a smoke with a knife out.